I'm Matthew Oberstein, and I'm the principal conductor and executive director of the Artemis Chamber Ensemble, which is a mostly classical music ensemble that was born out of Purchase College 6 years ago, and we are now a fully professional ensemble, and we will be performing live with Syren in March. Music is a very specific discipline, and dance is also a very specific discipline, and all too often I think they are seen as two separate worlds that don't intermingle. And what I think is most admirable about Syren is that in this world of weak economy, where music is the first thing to be cut from live dance performance, Syren has committed itself to performing with live musicians, and seeing those two disciplines come together to form the really big one discipline that I think that they are.
Hi, I'm Kate Meehan, and I'm co-founder and artistic director of Syren.
Hi, I'm Lynn Peterson, and I'm co-founder and artistic director of Syren. One of the first things I think of when I'm thinking of Syren is the last statement of our mission statement, which is Syren unites to generously share dance with the next generation.
Right now, Syren is at a really exciting place. We joke sometimes that at this point I can't remember the last time we've had a day off, let alone a few hours off. We have commissions coming in at this point. We have live music initiatives, constantly working on funding and getting grants and support for our live music initiatives and our seasons and our various projects, teaching.
We are so excited to have you all here with us and our dancers and our board members and other collaborators to celebrate the 6th season of Syren Modern Dance.
What inspires me to be involved with Syren is Lynn and Kate's energy and their commitment to the art form. I continue to be inspired by them almost every time I encounter them. And the more I see the audience reaction and the support that they're getting and the kind of work that they continue to produce, the more I want to be around them. I was their teacher, and now I find that they're teaching me.
The exponential growth that I see in Syren Modern Dance as part of the board of directors, that's happened artistically. The future of Syren is that will happen business-wise as well, that the structure and support for the nonprofit will match that artistic growth. That's the future of Syren.
When I think of a Syren performance, I think of highly skilled dancers, highly dedicated dancers, a very cohesive performance, the music, the movement, the costumes, the lighting, everything.
If I had to pick 5 words to describe Syren Modern Dance, I would say grace, strength, accessibility, passion, and commitment.
As a board member and as a friend of the company, I've spent quite a bit of time with them, and I had the opportunity even to travel with them a few times when they went out of town to do shows. And so I'd spent time with the dancers, with the company, and I always found that after spending time with them and then watching them perform, that they had an amazing way of bringing to the stage what they'd sort of brought to their own relationships, and I think that's really due to the culture that Lynn and Kate have created. It's a real community, and it's a real generous spirit that they share with each other and that they share with their audiences, and I think that's, for me, always one of the most satisfying things to see.
When I think of Syren, I think of cohesiveness, this kind of feeling that everything is meant to be and belongs where it belongs. An interaction of the parties that are on stage all coming together in one solid performance, which is Syren. I think of subtle, but also I think of precise. I think of passion, and I think that my favorite thing to say is that it makes me feel like I'm alive. Like I have a heartbeat, and I'm here, and I'm in the moment with this group, and we're all alive, living in the moment.
When I watch Syren, I see organic physicality, I see lush musicality, and I see honest and earnest performing.
I'm so impressed by how on the same page the two artistic directors can be. I know how difficult that is within a marriage, within a partnership, with anything. And just always, and I met them a lot. I'm sending them emails a lot. I'm CC'd on everything, that they work so hard to be on the same page artistically and business-wise. I'm so impressed by that. And just as businesswomen in general, beyond their artistry.
Syren is very fresh, always evolving, always changing. It'll always be a new and exciting experience.
At the heart of what Syren is and what they do is advocacy. Syren is dedicated day in and day out to ensuring that dance has a strong and supported presence in society.
Rehearsals, especially right now at this point in Syren, are very exciting. There's so much work going on, and we're working on a variety of different things. We're setting old rep on some new company members. We are creating new pieces for different types of events. We're creating a new piece for the season with live orchestra, so there's a lot of different things going on in rehearsals right now, and the dancers are stunningly proficient at putting their brains in many different directions, artistically and mathematically, just remembering material and being able to recreate and create new looks and feelings of pieces. That's very inspiring to watch unfold.
And the energy and the vitality and the true individual spirit that each one of them brings into the studio every day is really what makes Syren possible in a very real way, because their work in the studio and then on stage and then their interaction with the audience is what Syren is when it exists. So their artistry is truly what makes everything possible.
My favorite movement phrase, I guess, in the work that we've done so far would be in a Bravanel. In the section Dorme, there's the part when the four of us are dancing, and it's just it's beautiful music, and the movement just really flows really well and just really organic, and that's my favorite part.
Typical rehearsal is we start at 10 o'clock, and so I'm like rushing to get there, and then we start with a company warm-up for about 45 minutes, about half hour to 45 minutes, and then we go into whichever piece we're doing. So right now we're learning a Bravanel and dig. So we're shifting gears. Some day we start with a Bravanel. Other days we start, like today we started with dig, and then you go back and review. And since we started in September, we've learned a whole lot. We've been moving like the speed of light, which is really fun.
My first impression of Syren is that they were very put together. They definitely knew where they were going, and they knew what they wanted to do, and they were very set upon their goals and knew how to go about accomplishing them. It was nice to be part of something so professional.
Well, the first time I ever saw their work was I went to their audition, and I fell in love with it. It was so hard, and I was sore the next day. I thought it was really athletic and graceful at the same time. It's kind of like a party. It's a lot of fun. We get a lot of work done, but we're so close. We gain such great friendships that it's a great environment to be around each other, and it's kind of like therapy for myself.
Lots of dancing. Lots of choreography. I'm not really used to learning so much choreography in so little amount of rehearsal time. I wish we could rehearse every day, but it's fun too. It's not stressful, and it's very collaborative. Even though we're learning another piece, we all get to kind of put ourselves into it.
The last time we performed a Bravanel in Connecticut, we were doing it in front of a high school audience, parents and children. And somewhere near the first half of the piece, I heard a rip in my costume, and I went to kneel down, and I could feel my bare butt on the floor. I was convinced that the whole audience could see my bare ass. So I ran off stage. Everybody in the cast thought I was injured, hurt, or something terrible had gone wrong. So one by one, I had to go up to them during the performance, say, "Everything's all right, look at my butt." It's roaring with laughter. People could barely keep themselves straight on stage, but they didn't feel like I was hurt or injured. So we continued through. Kate had no idea. She noticed little smirks and that we were having a better time than usual, but nobody saw me except for myself.
We would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for coming out to celebrate this special evening with us.
And we truly hope that each and every one of you will come and bring 5 friends to our 6th New York season, which will be March 26th through 28th, 2009.
Syren is really great synergy.
I support Syren Modern Dance.